Okay, so now that you've logged in and you've found some Kahoot games that you actually want to play, then we have to figure out what devices our students are going to use to answer, because they are going to need their own devices to answer the questions to play the Kahoot. So we will go, and I'll just pick one, my Kahoot. And so this is a Kahoot that my kids played this year. I'm just going to click on play. And so this is what I'm going to be doing. You've got some options here that you can choose about randomizing the questions, randomizing the orders, playing music. I usually turn that one off if I'm trying to get them to focus. And then I'll just choose launch. Okay, so now it's getting ready, and it's going to display a game pin. So once the game pin is displayed, now your kids can get started. You don't have to have a one-to-one device for your students to use this. I use Kahoot all the time in my classroom, where I only usually have between 2 and 4 computers. And so a lot of times I'll do team Kahoots with my class, just so that they can still be engaged and involved in the activity, but they don't each have to have their own device with them, since we aren't a one-to-one campus at my school. Other things you could do are, if you have a computer lab on your campus, take them to the computer lab. This is a quick, easy way for you to get data on your students and to also engage them in their learning. The great thing is there's no need for them to log in or remember a username. So that means that students of all ages could simply use this tool. So now I'm ready. So next I'm going to show you what the kids are going to do so that they can interact with the Kahoot game or quiz. So they're going to start with a new tab, and the students are going to type in kahoot.it. Once they're there, it's going to ask them for the game pin. So make sure that you've got your screen with the game pin displayed. If you've got a projector or an interactive whiteboard or a smart board, just go ahead and display that up there, or you could even write it on the board for them to see more easily. So they're going to type in the game pin and then hit enter. From here, they can put in a nickname. Now, if I'm just doing this as a fun way to have a brain break, I'll let them type in whatever nickname they want to usually. If I'm going to be taking this as a pre or post assessment, I like to have them put their last name and then first initial if you have any duplicate last names. So for here, I'm just going to be doing an example. So I'll just type in my name. And if I'm doing a team Kahoot, I'll usually have them type in team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. So then once they're ready, they'll hit OK, go. And it'll say, you're in. See your nickname on the screen, and that's the screen that you have that will be showing. Now, if you have a student join that isn't supposed to be in, you can just click on their name and get them out, or if they misspelled or mistyped and they want to start over, you could do that from there too. So now if I've got all my players, which for this demonstration I just have one player myself, then the teacher will choose start. The first question will pop up, and then the answer choices. Students will have a designated amount of time to answer the question. A lot of them are set at 30 seconds. You can increase or decrease those times. And then the students' screens will look like this. So this only has 2 answer choices. So they will have 2 answer choices to choose from. Remember, they're looking at your screen, which looks like this, and then choosing their answer. So they're going to choose. Their screen will tell them whether or not they were correct and what place they're in, because this does rank them based on their speed as well as their accuracy. And then on the teacher's screen, it will show which answer was correct and then how many students answered correctly and incorrectly. So it's a really nice visual for the students and the teacher as well to see. Hit next to go on. Here's where your students will be ranked in the top 5. And now we're ready for the next question. Again, the teacher's screen will look like this. It's loading the question and answer choices. The student's screen is just color blocked to choose the correct answer. So they will choose an answer on their device, find out if they are correct or incorrect. The teacher will then see how many of our students answered correctly and incorrectly, and get to go on until the end. So I'm going to go ahead and end the quiz early just so I can show you what we can do with this next. So if our quiz is over, the student's screen will say game over, what place they were in, how well they did, just for a little morale boost. And then the teacher will get to see feedback and results. Okay, so if you click on feedback and results, then we get the student's screen again. They get to rate the Kahoot. Did I learn something? Would you recommend it? How do you feel? If they did great, they'd put a green, okay, or if they didn't do too well. And then the student's part is over. Okay, so then the teacher can choose final results here. Okay. If you want to save your results, you can click Save Your Results, and you can hit Download to Drive or Save to Drive. If you forget this step and then later decide, oh shoot, I really wanted to see those results, that's okay. Because if you go back to your Kahoot screen, there will be a section that shows you all the Kahoots your kids have completed, and then it'll give you a chance to either download the results or to save the results to Google Drive. So since I've used this, I already have some results saved to my Google Drive, so I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. This is the part that will help you see if this is a pre-assessment, what areas you need to focus on, or if it's a post-assessment, will help you grade. So I'm going to open up my Google Drive, and here is a results page from one of the Kahoots I've done this year. So you can see it has the students, and they're ranked from those who got 0 questions wrong to then the most questions wrong. And then it will tell us how well they did on each question. So if I see a question where they got it all correct, then I think, wow, they really understand that question or that skill that we're working on. If there are some questions where quite a few of them got it wrong, then I'll know that's probably where I need to go back and do some reteach. So as you can see, this is a fantastic tool to use with all age levels. It's pretty easy to implement, and the data that we can gain from this is pretty awesome too. Go ahead and leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you've implemented this in your classroom and you love it like I do. Thanks for watching.